You're just happy you're not on a computer all the time now.
Joke's on here. I'm sitting on my iPad playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Last week, there was 3 new recruits of the Spotted Falcon Syndicate. Mr. Spicy Old, who is now currently taking a nap. Mrs. Terry Gallatin. And she has a longer name, but we're not going to go there.
Oh yeah, that's shortened. That's all right.
Yeah. And Mr. Enchi Brightwood.
I'm not seeing Spicy Old.
He's way over on the side, don't worry about it.
Spicy Old
Okay.
is Naparino.
Is that an NPC or is that one of us?
That's Martin.
It's Martin.
Okay, sorry, I didn't
they-
want to interrupt. I just want to know.
They started their first little task, and it was to capture a goblin queen. And so they went on an adventure, and they soon found out that they were undermanned. And luckily, by random chance, they got reinforcements by Mr. Paterius. Let me look up. Where is he? Paterius Delirious, also known as Pity. He served as a meat shield as they went through the goblin camp, the outer camp, and eventually in the last battle of the outer camp, they let him die. So he's dead. But don't worry, I'm pretty sure they robbed him.
Yeah.
Couldn't let him. Just.
He's dead, he doesn't need anything.
Alright. And then, so they eventually went into the goblin cave, just the 3 of them, and they ventured through. They came to a room where they met a new goblin named Boyle, who had very, very smooth skin. And he was being burned alive by his fellow goblins for not having enough incest. And they eventually, Boyle led them to the Goblin Queen's little room, I guess, her chambers. And they defeated Grub and Love very easily, and all the babies that came out of the Goblin Mother. And they took her back to, I think it was Edgar. Yeah, Edgar at the university, where he is now studying the mating habits of goblins. Yeah, and so when they got back to the Spotted Falcon Syndicate, they got their payment, and they got a little bit more because Martin rolled a clutch 20. And
Nice.
they've all been promoted. And I'm going to call them Featherhands because I didn't actually think of what their names are.
Featherhands, I like it.
Yeah, so they're Featherhands of the Spotted Falcon Syndicate. And this week we're going to have Loros. He's going to be new. He'll give you his background. And Mr. Hammond might come into the story as a new recruit, I guess. And then Orsk Fireborn is a veteran of the Spotted Falcon Syndicate, and since I just made up a rank, I'm not going to make up a new one because I've run out of creativity.
Well, that's weird. Okay.
We're going to go A to Z by their first names of the characters. Just a little recap of who your character is, what they do. Mr. Anchai.
Enche. Enche is a human bard. He doesn't like to share a lot of his backstory. That might come into play later, but he grew up in the streets and had hung around bards, so that's where he got his class, and that's about it.
What do you play?
I play the lute,
D&D.
the lyre, and the pan flute.
Nice pan flute. Word.
You gotta take the pan flute.
True.
The next person up is Mr. Hammond.
Okay.
He's new
So
to
I grew up in a poor farming family. We were very impoverished, and then our fields grew very barren. Didn't have enough income to feed all 3 people in the family.
Or
So,
to clothe you.
sorry?
Or to clothe you.
Or to clothe me, apparently. And so, at 10 years old, Hammond left his family so that, because my mom was giving me a bunch of food and pretty much dying. So to save my family, I left abandoned my family, got rid of my last name so that they couldn't find me, and went and found a few villages down a church where I served as a priest. Grew up there, and for a while I served there. And then the first time I saw a cleric was when they came to town, just an adventurer came by and was healing people in the church with like divine healing rather than, just traditional healing. So I thought that was pretty cool. But then one of the priests was super jealous and corrupt and tried to assassinate the cleric, but my guy jumped in front of the poison dart and almost died. But the cleric saved me, and I was in a coma for 40 years where the deity Pelor gave me a vision that I was to become a cleric when I woke. So when I woke up, I was 50 years old, and so I put on
And a
all
little
of
bit of
my
magical.
armor. Yeah, kind of like cleric-like. So I went out, and the vision Pelor gave me was to find a suitable party where I could protect them. So that's what I did. I found you dudes and dudette, and
Yeah.
so that's
sure
where I am. I'm here.
Paylor has big plans for you. Yeah. So next up
That's
is
me.
another new person, Loros.
Oh, Laura.
Yeah, so I'm Loros. I am a half-elf from the city of Fairpond. I used to serve as a spy for a prominent diplomatic family in the city, and I am now here at this guild searching for work, and that is all I wish to disclose at this moment.
All right. That's great.
So what
next
class are you?
I'm a rogue.
You're a rogue. Okay.
He doesn't say that in public because, they're criminals.
Yeah, of course.
I'm a rogue.
You don't say that on your, previous work experience. I used to kill
I
and
You gotta
Yeah,
assert the
that's what I think,
dominance,
so.
man. Come on.
I'm a professional criminal. Next is Orisk.
Okay, I am an urchin. I'm a dwarf that was pretty much abandoned by my clan, or I was kidnapped and just kind of thrown on the street. The only thing I have of my background is a swaddling cloth with the emblem of Clan Fireborn, and I originally was a mason, or a mason's apprentice, and I really needed to figure out what happened to my family or my clan, so I went and I joined
The Spotted Falcon.
the Spotted Falcon, and I've been training with them and doing things for them in exchange for me fixing up their barrack, and yeah, that's pretty much where we're at.
What's your class again?
Fighter.
Are you fighter? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He took
Dwarf
his-
fighter? Oh, that's really original.
He took
I know,
his
right?
mason
At least I
hammer
didn't
and
name
became a
myself
fighter.
Brunnor.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
All
ask Alex and Aaron. What are your races? Oh wait, Aaron, you said you're half elf, right?
I'm a plain old human.
And last but not
Plastic
least,
surgery.
Therasadra, also known as...
You add D's to everyone's name, and I love it. So I am
All they can
I
see
am
is the D.
Therstra. I'm a what am I? I'm a high moon elf wizard. I come from a family of high elves that my parents taught me that knowledge was power. So all my life I've been searching for knowledge and searching for basically all the power that comes with it. So when my parents were murdered, I decided to go out and adventure the world in search of the most powerful spells and wizards and all that good shit, so that I can later get revenge for my parents' murders.
This week, our two returning friends, Enche and Terry, over the last week, they've kind of just been relaxing after their first outing and the big cash haul they pulled in. And they kind of got to know Mr. New Hammond Stargazer. And they realized, hey, this guy wears heavy armor and he heals. I want to be his best friend. So they're like BFFs strictly from a business angle. Yeah, that's not okay. Well, I guess you guys can do whatever you want. To each their own. No, and so they do that, and Orsk is also a very, well-known member of the guild, and so they have a few conversations with him. Anyone who sees where Orsk is, please relocate your characters there if you want to be in on the conversation.
Come be friends with me, dude.
Loris, you're going to be training on this dummy over here, but you are a rogue, so you like to overhear shit.
I like to what?
You like to eavesdrop.
You like to eavesdrop. You're eavesdropping. Orsk is going to introduce you to one of the guild's finest. So you guys all approach Mr. Rodney Roy. He's a human ranger. He got, stabbed. He got stabbed with the spear through the stomach, so his adventuring days are over. But where he made his fortune was he was a treasure hunter. So he's really good at finding leads to treasure. And what he does for the guild to make money so that he can live is he researches using the local library and the guild's library and whatnot. He researches different treasure halls that might be nearby. And he recently found one and is giving it out for a price to the people of the guilds if anyone is interested in hearing about it.
I'm so down to hear about it.
All right, so the treasure is for it costs 250 gold up front, and he's going to tell you it's the treasure of the Clockwork Baker, Rotnam Brasspick.
All right, that's a lot of gold. I have nowhere near that amount of gold.
And this is 250 gold to gain information about this treasure?
Yeah, and a location of where it might be. He will say up front that not all his leads are prosperous, but very often they are extremely prosperous in finding cool new items.
Sick. Well, new items are cool. How much money does everybody have?
I have
15.
I have 126 gold.
You have
I got 15 bones.
How much do you have, Jeff?
126 because I gave.
Okay, I have like 200.
Okay, so why don't let's barter this guy down. Who has good persuasion?
I have to go get chicken just a second.
I do have good persuasion here.
Do you want to try and persuade him?
Yeah, let's persuade this guy.
Yep. What are you gonna say to him?
Moving my dude.
That is.
What are you gonna say to him?
I'll say 250 gold is not a fair price. 100 sounds better.
100.
Someone's messing.
All right, you can roll a persuasion check.
Okay. Roll d20 plus 5 arena.
Oh my god.
That's what we want.
He says, "You know what? I'll give it to you
First
for
roll of
free."
the game.
He gets caught. He's like, all right, I'm not actually that sure about how good this lead is, but I'll tell you up front a little bit of it, and then I'll take 100 if you guys are still interested in finding the location.
All right, let's hear it.
So he's gonna tell you
Wait, who's paying?
that Rotnam
We are.
Brasspick is a popular baker in Malamont, the city to the east. A lot of dwarfs kind of go there when they're out of their dwarven homes. And he was forced out of the city when people discovered he was a murderer, and he was killing and baking anyone who didn't like his treats, and then he would serve them to everyone else.
Baking.
Nice.
As in cooking into. Okay. Yep.
He made them into cakes.
All right. Cool.
What he would do though is he would often pick prominent people to kill and bake, because those are the people who'd go to his bakery, because there was something special about it. And I would like people of the party and are personally in this conversation can roll history checks.
They showed up as a 2 and you get a 16.
Yeah.
Oh really?
So what Mr. Orisk knows about him and his dwarf knowledge, he knows that Rotnam Brasspick, he was a dwarf from Deeproot, which is a dwarven city from the north in the Ice Split Mountain. He left the place to become a baker, and he wanted to become famous all across Esmery. But he did. He became a famous baker, and he became famous not because he was good at baking. He was actually a terrible baker. He had an amazing set of workers. And Miss Terry is going to pitch in. She's going to tell him that Rotnam actually managed to get Modruns to be, which are constructs, to be his like serving parties and serving and bakers, and all of his whole facility was run by like robots, and people would come from far and wide just to see the robots because, let's be honest, robots are cool and they're not that common. So when Rotnam kind of realized that people were just coming to see the robots and not eating the food, he would kill those people and bake them into the food and make other people eat him. And so when they found out it was him murdering all the people, he just kind of turned his robot army on the streets and just marched out of the streets with all these treasures and whatnot. And he's chanting, "I bake, they serve, you eat," and just like chanting that down the things. He came across the Modrons. Modrons are from a different plane. You guys know this because you're awesome at history.
What are they called?
Mechnus, and they are ruled by Primus. They're kind of like the cells of Primus, and they're very high. They follow hierarchy, so there's from like small Modrons to big ones. They'll only talk to one size bigger, and so they're just robots, and they just follow commands. They have no morality whatsoever. They will do whatever they're commanded. And so when Rotnam found these Modrons, he got really interested, and he made a deal with Primus that if he could command some Modrons, they would be allowed to scout the cities, because Primus likes to keep tabs on the whole universe. And so they could scout the cities and report back to Primus what the people of our realm are doing. So essentially, he was cool because he had robots and killed people.
Except
Baker with robots.
robots are pretty badass.
And he's really crappy baker. So that's what he tells you, and you guys kind of know about the baker. And it's 100 gold to get the location of where it might be.
Who's paying that?
We have money from last week.
So, like,
Fret
do
not.
I have to worry about it, is my question?
No, not right now. You have 10 gold,
You don't
don't
need
you?
my $15
I have 10.
Unless you want to pitch like 5 or something, it doesn't really matter.
No.
We can pay.
You guys get big money. You guys are...
Enshai, how much do you have?
At 200.
200? Okay, do you want to do like a 75 or like a 60-40 split?
Okay.
So I'll take 40 of mine.
Just delete it.
Rip.
Yeah. All right. So you guys end up paying him, and he tells you that there was a cabin in the woods just west of here that he thinks might be the. It's just in this strange clearing. It's about 3 days walk west of on the main road, and then you just go up. He left a shovel in the woods to mark it because he didn't really want to explore it because there might be, dangerous robots. And he's not really a fighter anymore. So he kind of points out on the map where it is, and you guys have a good idea.
Okay.
So you can do that. You also on the request board, there's a request from the local guard captain to find out some things about. There's been a recent uprising in thievery in the city.
Aaron?
So there's there's a request to kind of help with that. And then if you guys just want to say screw it, you can just explore the town.
I wouldn't mind taking a look around before we leave.
Oh yeah, no, you guys are going to go to town anyways because I made it and I'm not
Go to
letting
town.
that get skipped.
I totally want to go do the thing with the baker because
Oh, yeah.
he's a dwarf and I need to find out more about dwarven society.
He was exiled.
I'm
Sure.
going to talk to
Guys,
this. I'm going to talk to
Loris,
this,
you can
okay.
kind of pipe in that you're probably pretty interested in getting your hand in this cup of tea. And I'm not talking about Hammond.
Some money.
Spice.
Well, if you're interested, you should pitch in some of the money here, bud.
Ooh, shots fired.
Oh, got him.
I have no money.
Yeah, he looks pretty poor, so you can believe that.
Typical thief.
then why? What benefit do we have of taking you?
I guess. I just kind of got singled out right away. Three new people.
I thought you would,
But yeah, I guess.
I'm just
You're
fucking
kind of
with it.
shifty looking
Come
though.
on.
Yeah, you got that.
You got that Final Fantasy going on there,
You
you
look
know?
like you're taking a ring to Mordor right now. Like we got.
It's hard finding half-elf pictures that aren't pictures that look like Hammond's thing right now.
So you guys, he joins your party. He kind of piped in. He's like, I'm a thief. I'm good at unlocking stuff. You might need me. I'm good at finding treasure.
Fair. You can
Did he
come
say
with
that?
us.
I don't think he said that.
I'm good at
Said
selling.
that.
I'm good at finding treasure.
Nice, man.
All right. I'll move you guys. This will take a second.
Also, people that are new to the application or this thing, you can. Oh, okay.
Is this thing where you can teleport?
You can click hold and it'll ping
Help us
the map.
people.
Nice. Cool.
Whoa.
1 second. I need to add some people to the scene.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Oh
weird.
wow, this map is huge.
This
Yeah.
map is huge.
So this is the southwest of Glasgow, which is a city. So there's a couple things of note. This is you're kind of out among the outside of it. There's the farmside market, which
Here
is
we are.
beside the
Okay.
farm. That's why it's called the farmside market. Inside the town, there's a stable that's called the Idle Mare. If you want, or no, the Idle Mare is a bar next to the stables. The stables are associated with it, though. There's a bar called the Drunken Sailor Inn. There's all your shops and whatnot to the north, west, and the university is to the northeast.
This is an enormous city.
And Pity's mom's house. No, this is a quarter of it. Pity's mom's house is directly to your west.
Does it say
East.
Pity's mom's?
Directly to your east.
Directly to our east.
And it's a hay bale.
Yeah, well, these are roofs.
Pity's mom's house.
No, I switched to Chrome.
All right. Well, I'm obviously gonna have to make a stop in at Pity's mom's.
So that's what you're gonna do?
I'm gonna head.
All right, can I get someone? Can I delegate someone to move me around?
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot easier for me on the iPad to just use pan view and then have someone else move me.
What's the
So what do you guys want to do?
Let's say, do we want to like? So where?
When you guys want to go find this treasure, you just have to head west. Just tell me that everyone's going west.
Okay. So do we want to say like, go about your business and we'll meet in 10 minutes or something? Or, I just want to go to Pity's mom's.
Yeah, sure. I don't really have anything that I want to do because I'm used to being around this city, so I'm just gonna hang out until we head out.
Cool. I'm going to hang out with Ryan because I don't have anything to do. I'm just sworn to protect you guys. So like whatever you guys do, I roll with it.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go to the bar and earn some dollars playing music.
Yeah, which bar? Drunken Sailor or the Idle Mare?
Oh, the Drunken Sailor sounds
Drunken
like a.
Sailor. They sound like they'd like music.
I think
Yeah.
I'd have to agree.
I think I
You'll
wanna
get better
go-
tips at the Drunken Sailor.
I'm gonna go there and listen to him play music.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So I look to the group and I say, I'm gonna go check on Pity's mom.
Well, let's all go to the Drunken Sailor then while we wait for him.
Yeah, and I'll meet you at the Drunken Sailor.
Do you do what
Alright.
a drunken sailor? What do you do what a drunken sailor?
All right. So when you get into the Drunken Sailor,
which is where.
I'll
Just
move you guys.
north.
It's
It's,
directly
yeah.
north.
Directly north.
So just kind of you can put your people above that.
And scroll in. Okay.
Can someone move me there?
Yeah, I'm moving you.
Thanks.
When you guys get there, you kind of go up to the bartender and you say you want to perform here, right? So you're
Yeah, I think
gonna
damage
ask
could get
permission, or
more
are you just gonna go for it?
What?
Are you gonna just like kick down the door playing, or are you just gonna go to the bartender?
No, I'm gonna go ask the guy.
All right, so
Neutral good.
so he's gonna be like, "How good are you?" Because he's trying to run a fine establishment. Inside, not a fine establishment. So
He's
you can,
tried his best, goddamn.
there's a harbor to the north of the Drunken Sailor, and all the drunken sailors come to the Drunken Sailor. Thus, why it's called the Drunken Sailor.
I see.
Original.
So yeah, so is the farm side market because it's beside the farm. So you get inside and it's kind of run down. There's like barrels with just like rings from trees for tables, and there's rowdy people and they're kind of rougher looking. Look like they could put up a fight, but they kind of see that you're gonna do some music, and he gets excited because the more music, the more entertaining, and the more entertaining, the more people get drunk.
Yes.
Yep.
So
should I
you can do a performance roll.
Okay. Where? No. It's
Lemon seed.
While he's doing that, what are the other three in the bar doing?
I'm gonna sit down waiting for the music to start.
I'm just watching it to make sure nothing bad happens.
Nice.
Just kinda,
All right,
Alex is
so
the
you
silent
play
sentinel.
fantastically. They are. You can have 5 gold.
I'm playing on my lyre, of course.
Oh yeah, because you're a liar.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no. So you can have 5 gold for your performance. They're not rich folks. You probably should have went to the Idle Mare, but like whatever. If you're gonna play that well,
sort of related question. What is a lyre?
It's a mini harp.
it's someone who doesn't tell the
Handheld
truth.
harp.
Like a handheld harp, yeah.
Ah, Peter.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. So everyone's pretty entertained. They're buying drinks. Any of you guys who came in with him, you guys can get a drink for free. But I know some of you guys, probably clerics, don't.
Yeah, I'm
necessarily
not going
drink.
to partake in that. Yeah.
I'm
I'll
going
take
to
a free
smoke
drink.
my bubble pipe.
I don't think a dwarf is allowed to.
You have to be
Reject a
drunk
beer.
as a dwarf. Dwarves can't get drunk. Fact.
Fact.
They just live off of liquor though. And then, so there, you guys are enjoying a drink. Are you going to talk to any of the patrons of the bar, or are you just going to straight up enjoy it?
I'm gonna ask.
You're busy. You're playing.
Okay.
I'm
just
going to
listen
ask
to what other
around.
people say.
Eavesdrop.
What?
Yeah, I'm just gonna listen to what other people say.
Okay.
gonna ask-
Can I get like a sneak check or a
Oh yeah, you can.
something
Oh, baby.
for perception or something? I don't know.
Might not be like a bad idea to
16
ask around about this
stealth
treasure.
check.
So you're pretty stealthy.
About what?
You can eavesdrop
The
on some
treasure.
things.
Okay.
Is anyone actually going to talk to anyone?
Yeah, I'm going to
I
ask
know
around
I'm
about
not.
this baker. I want to ask around about this baker.
Let me see.
Buy somebody a free drink if they tell me what's going on.
What is that
So-
guy?
Yeah, so no, there was one guy in the bar, and he's gonna be a little bit interested in why you're interested in it. He's gonna be like, he's a dwarf, but he's a sailor. He's gonna be an older dwarf, and he's gonna say, he's gonna turn to you and he's gonna talk in a little bit of rough voice that I'm not gonna use for the whole time because it takes work. No, but he'll turn to you and be like, I'm from the same hometown as that guy. And he used to be a lot more sane before he found those robots. And so he'll eventually tell you that over time, living with just these robots, he got a little bit crazy because he lived with robots that would do anything for him that had no morals,
Ooh, baby.
Yikes.
Ooh, baby.
thus leading to the eating of people.
Sounds like something else.
He's going to be like, believe it or not, he didn't feed people back when he lived with the dwarves. Like, feed people to people,
Eat on people. Eat.
So he'll tell you, like, he was also kind of banished because he wanted to be a sailor, and dwarves don't even know what sailors are. And like all these things, but you got pretty much the lowdown on Mr. Brasspick. And Loris, you're going to be eavesdropping, and you're going to hear about an old man in town named Old Man Regresson.
Old man what?
Regresson.
Gregerson?
Regoson.
Regoson.
Yeah. Old Man Regoson. He's an old halfling, and he lives in the southwest of town, and he tells fantastic stories of giant beasts. And so the sailors are big fans of this, and so they're kind of just offloading one of those stories, and he starts to tell a story about a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So that's a thing. And so that's all you do in the bar. And over at Pity's mom's house, what are we doing? You just
so far
inside.
I've walked in, or I've...
3 of the young boys kind of run by you, and they're playing with sticks, saying, "I'm gonna kill the goblins like my brother did not do." And then the sister, she's a little bit older, and she kind of winks at you because you're kind of friendly with the family. They like you. She's not of age. Don't do that. Jailbait.
It's alright, I played for the other team, remember?
Oh yeah, you're a lady. She still makes it. She's a lesbian.
Oh, wow.
She's winking hard. I don't know if that's even jailbait anymore then.
I don't know how to...
Wait, does that change the rules? I don't know what
I don't know if it does.
I don't know how to deal with that.
Either way, the mom's gonna see she's in good health. But she's gonna talk to you. She's gonna be like, that was... thank you for saving me. I'm doing a lot better, but I'm still not really keeping up with my payments down at the farm. Can I get some more gold by any chance?
So I ask her what it is that she needs payment for.
She points to her 6 children. They need to eat.
All right. How old are these children?
3 of them are gonna be one of them's the youngest one's gonna be 8 years old. The second youngest one's gonna be 10 years old. Third youngest one's gonna be 12. Then they're gonna have a 17-year-old boy and 19-year-old man. He works the fields. He's out in the fields. So is a 17-year-old. And the lady friend is gonna be 16.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell her that I don't have any gold now, but I'm looking into some opportunities that might yield me some gold.
And she kind of nudges you. She's like, "If you're coming up with a lot of gold, I'll sell you one of my sons." You know, for his good.
Yeah.
I know you're like 100.
Well, for an elf, like 100, I'm 150.
I know you look prime. That's why she's winking at you.
Yeah, in elf age, that's like young adult, right?
Yeah. Okay. So she'll sell you like her 17-year-old.
So okay, well, I'm not exactly in the
not sell, but like she'll be like,
you
give me some money and I'll give you a person.
Okay. Well, I tell
not
her
really
to,
sell though.
No, she says it as a joke. She seems like kind-hearted. She's just saying like, she loves her family and knows that you're good people and that if you would have money for her children to support.
Okay. Well, I look to her oldest 2 sons and her oldest daughter, and I say if you...
No, the oldest 2 sons are out in the field working.
Okay, well, I tell her to tell her oldest sons that if they train and become strong, that maybe one day they can adventure with us, and that it's a lucrative business. And I tell her that if the things that I'm looking into now pay as good as they're supposed to, that I'll try to help her carry on, and that I appreciated all her son did for me.
Yeah, so she's very happy about that. But the first little comment about the sun's becoming adventurous, she's kind of nervous about. A little bit still depressed. It was a week ago her son died. Like, too soon. But no, so that's good. You have a nice visit. She gives you like a strawberry because that's all she can really give up. But it's like her only strawberry.
Okay.
Like, feeds it to you. Her daughter kind of feeds it to you as you like sit in a old chair and
So
she winks again.
So on my way out,
she slides you her mailing address.
I'm
the old straw bale, you know.
Okay, so so on my way out, I sort of turn and I at a second thought I say, have you heard of any sort of crime going on in the town? We had some complaints of that, and I asked them just if they have any sort of leads or anything about that.
Yeah, so that's very good thing to ask. She's not very rich, so she knows a lot about it. She knows up in the old burnt down section of the what is it called? The ship side or whatever.
The docks, the harbor.
It's got a name. It's Shipfront District. The old
District.
There's a lot of rumors going around that the beggars there are stealing from people.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
but she says that captain tries to watch them and they just basically beg. But they say at night you shouldn't go through that district because it gets real.
All right. So I turn to leave. All right. I go to leave. And on my way out,
daughter winks again.
I turn and wink at the daughter and say, "I'll be back soon." And
she grabs her heart and she falls, fluttering.
Swoon, she swoons.
Concussion.
Dead.
Fatality.
You killed 2 of her children.
All right. Well, I leave. I walk out.
Yeah, she was love struck.
Yep. Sorry.
All right, so you guys all meet up at the Drunken Sailor, and you can either head out or just say screw it to the treasure that is there.
I think.
Well, I'm not saying there's a treasure at the end of this adventure. Spoilers.
Oh, spoilers.
would
They're
die.
really disappointed.
I mean, I want to go because I want to find out some stuff.
I just need to know:
to
are
move
you
across
guys
this
going to
map.
inform Aaron and Jeff? I should probably call you by character names, but
Yeah,
I'm not
probably.
going to. Are you going to inform the others of what you know?
Yep. So when I get to the Drunken Sailor, I call everyone around and I give some shifty eyes to Loris, and I reluctantly tell them everything that I've learned from Pity's mom.
Do you tell them about the daughter?
I look over at Orsic and I sort of lean in and I let him know about the daughter, but only Orsic.
I'm gonna slip him a little high five under the table.
Yeah. You guys aren't even sitting at a table, but he does this imaginary table high five.
Nice.
Everyone's seen it.
Best high five.
And that was the invention
Hey.
of the low 5.
I'm not the smartest character. I've got the -1, whatever.
Oh God, what happened to the Skype? Somebody
We
left.
lost a
Alex
bird.
left.
Yeah, he hasn't talked for a while.
Right. Time out while we add Alex back.
Are you gonna tell everyone, Loris?
Yeah.
Welcome.
So Loris
Hi.
informs the crew of the whole thingy mabobber that he learned about the cracked sky, and so there's some trust building probably there.
Okay.
You guys kind of see his benefits.
He's given us some useful information finally.
Yeah, they're like, man, thieves got ears, rogues got ears.
All right, so I look at the crew and I say, I think it's time that we move out and try to recover this treasure that may or may not be there.
All right.
Do it.
I'm gonna say, are we gonna do anything about this problem they're having up in the Shipfront district?
I suggest that we sort of let let it develop and see if it continues, and if by the time we get back, it's still happening, then we can look into the shipfront. Maybe go over there at night and see if we can run into some trouble.
Law enforcement do their job.
Yeah, see if they can take care of it before we go bust heads, as it were.
All right.
I don't really like water either, so I'm gonna stay away from there.
Do you really not like water as a character?
Yeah.
Okay. Is Alex Burke here?
I am indeed.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, sorry. I used the microwave, which results in internet blowing up. Hashtag
the old school days.
Jeez,
All right.
man.
So you guys head out. It's a 3-day journey.
Okay. We should probably. Do we need to pick up some supplies or anything, or are we?
You guys are all supplied up, but if you want to buy anything extra that you don't typically have as like provision, you have provisions, like a sleeping bag, whatnot. If you want any extra provisions, like what is it, pocket sand or shackles or whatever.
No,
All
because
right.
it's small. That's
All right. Let's move out. So we got to go where? West?